man. Street Knowledge Podcast, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Most of all, hit that like button, man. YouTube playing with these numbers. I got my bro up here, man.
What's up? What up? What up, bro?
BMF Wavy, man. Yeah, we sound way better right now. That's a fact.
You already know.
All right. So we're gonna get to the point, man. A lot of stuff just be not making sense to me, and a lot of people want to deter me from rolling with my morals and what's real and the things that I stand for. So yeah, Kenny, yeah, what up? We back. That's a fact. They saying, uh, what? Whack 100 is act like he's making big noise and trying to pull Meech coat with the old cuffy stuff. And for a lot of people I talked to, Cuffy still didn't make what he said or allegations, what he was saying, really still stand valid. So, I just want to hear your take on it, man. I'm gonna let you talk, bro.
Yeah, like I was saying, right? Um, Cuffy ain't in there for the allegations that he's saying transpired between Big Meech and Tammy. He's in there for two bodies, and I think it was two federal agents that got killed, allegedly.
Right. So, for what reason do he feel like I was saying earlier? If I know Wavy is locked up, that's my man. Love him to death, all that. Things happen when you playing that game. You locked up. I'm not pressed to get connect from Wavy while he's in there. If he was out here, because I know Wavy's stats of making things like that happen, then yeah,
Yeah,
I'm with it. But Wavy in there. So even though he could talk to the girl, Tammy, send the girl to come holler at me, then go back and holler at Cuffy. I don't want to even communicate through her with nothing. Which things still didn't transpire the correct way because they saying she started having an affair with the feds or whatever, how it may go. But what made him think that in his mind that it was still third party and a man did 27 years still?
yeah, yeah. You
I'm
know,
not understanding. For the life of me, I can't understand it.
I think Cuff is butthurt, right? It seemed like he got the liking of Tammy. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it didn't go the way as planned from his standpoint, and
Right.
he got jammed up in his own shit. You know what I'm saying? It's now it's shade. Now it's like the blame game. That's how niggas do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do that shit.
And,
Remember? You know,
and he was reading off some stuff with Whack 100. He was saying whatever he was reading, it was, stuff like that paperwork could sound like it makes sense, but still at the end of the day, it really don't. I know for facts of how the feds play games and put people's names in other people's paperwork and knowing these people don't even really rock with each other and or they're not really, it's nothing really factual about it, but it sounds like they talking about something and it really ain't nothing. And they utilize that sometimes to actually make a person think that they got something. And in our culture, Nine times out of ten, they gonna say, "Oh, word, he said all that, or he's saying this." Oh well, I'm gonna start saying this, and
Well,
that's what they was looking for,
you
fishing.
know, Cuff is really the rat though. He's on niggas' paperwork.
And this is what Ayatollah Mo was saying earlier on Boss Talk.
I think he told on the sheriff that the sheriff is a elected official. You know what I'm saying? He something like that. You know what I mean?
So if he's doing all of that, what made him think that he got the right to be speaking about anything at this point right now?
Absolutely, absolutely. Like it's a smear campaign. You know what I'm saying? Ever since that whole situation happened with Fifth, it became a smear campaign, a slander. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know what I mean? It's straight defamation, to be honest with you, however they want to put it.
Yeah, see, man, that's deep. Defamation is deep, but a person like Cuffy, you can't even sue him. What you gonna get out? He's in jail. So you have to take the other route if that was the case. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's definitely slander, but they're trying to read off paperwork. So if they read in paperwork, and see, that's what at this point Wack will be doing. He's gonna say I'm reading off paperwork, but sometimes you can read the wrong stuff, and if it's not right, you should have fact checked before you did it. Will cost you a lawsuit. It happened with Dame Dash before, and it was somebody I introduced him to, and he took the information thinking it was for somebody else that he was battling against. But it was, some stuff with Master P and a few other people. But he said it wrong, and he said it in public, and that's how they were able to accumulate a lawsuit against Dame. You know what I'm saying? So, but my thing is, I haven't heard nothing that's concrete from Cuffy, man.
But it's just the same way how in my situation last year, and I'm gonna bring it up, how niggas took that and ran with it. Allegations, never got convicted of it. Anybody could accuse somebody of something, right? And then
Right.
them
Fact.
motherfuckers get mad at me and want to fight me for something that they try to leak out and try to make me look like, you know what I'm saying, I was somebody that I wasn't out here. It's the same
Right.
type of shit.
Right.
Real
I
talk.
get it. I get it. I'm just confused about the whole situation. How a person do 27 years in there with a real official men. You can't go in that yard. You can't do nothing without showing your paperwork. And what they're trying to utilize is third party, is that nobody wouldn't know because it would be third party if the actual deal would have went through. But he said, excuse me, Cubby saying nobody thought he was going to go to trial. So being he was going to trial, um, that type of stuff came out. My thing with third party, right? Third party that I know of. I'm not all the way fully um, educated with all of the law, but my third party thing, from what I know, is when a person, one got his time and the other one got his time. No, one person got his time and he could set something up. But if the deal didn't go through with Cuffy, even though he went to trial, see, when you go to trial is when they, you get me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
When you go to trial, is when they information of everybody telling all the stuff that they have against you. So if you cop out, they won't tell you. In Cuffy's mind, he's saying nobody thought that he was going to go to trial, which nobody not going to know who goes to trial or not. You can't say, oh, he thought I wasn't going to go to trial, thought I would cop out. Yeah, you get me? So, so when he went, so he's saying that when he went to trial, he got the information of who was who and what was what. But you don't go to trial, they don't give you no information. Just take your time and move on. But me, with that being said, I'm still in the thought process of, okay, you didn't, you went to trial, but the third party thing didn't never happen. How how Meech may get involved with trying to set you up with doing a third party bus if they already had you for something going to trial.
Right.
You, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
Like they
it
try
ain't like he was on Meech's case.
to make it
Yeah,
at all.
right.
You get what I'm saying?
And this is no why you saying it, and then it ain't making sense yet. I'm trying to figure it out. If you ain't on Meech's case, Meech ain't on your case. Third party didn't happen. The girl started having an affair with one of the federal agents, so they had to dead everything. But who's the who's saying that it was a third party from Meech? Like, what is the concrete words? Should I say? What is the concrete words for us to know that Meech was definitely trying to set him up? What is the concrete words to it, according to Cuffy? Because I haven't heard nothing that was just concrete to me. And what Wack 100 was reading off, let me see if I can get what Wack 100 was reading off about this paperwork. And I told him all said it best, man. He like, what is he's like, what do you call him? Whack 100 or Rat 100?
Right 100. Yeah, he been telling too, from what I hear, from what I told him all was saying, Pyro Maul was saying.
Yeah, he was breaking it down about some paperwork. Well, he didn't say nothing about Whack for his paperwork. He was saying something about um, Cuffy is an informant or was telling.
And you know, I got some info that Cuff was sending Meech letters to sign, right? To so basically the letters, I'm gonna sum it up. The letters is basically, I don't know if it was like an alpha David or something that Meech
Uh huh.
had Meech had to sign so Cuff could come home and Meech would have.
Say that again, man.
It was a thing that Cuff was sending. Hold on real quick. Cuff was sending Meech's letter, sending him letters behind the wall so he could sign some paperwork. Meech never opened the paperwork, but from my understanding, the paperwork was for Meech to sign so Cuff could come home early and Meech would stay inside.
Mm.
See, that's the shit they ain't talking about.
Right. But nobody. That's the stuff that people don't want to hear. They want to hear the bull crap.
Now I'm gonna tell
Is
you,
my
would you
whole
sign
point.
the paperwork? If a nigga sending you paper, so you would stay inside and he come home?
So Meech sent paperwork for.
Cuff was sending Meech paperwork, and from
Uh-huh.
allegedly the paperwork was saying it had an affidavit in there that if Meech would have signed it, Cuff would have came home and Meech would have stayed inside type shit. So it was like trading places.
Right.
And Meech never
But
signed
what
it.
would? Why would he sign that? Why? For what reason?
He was
Like
trying to trick.
that don't
It
even
was
make sense.
it was trickery, and Meech caught on to it. And that's where I feel like that got the nigga mad.
Well, it would be mad, but what made him think that somebody would sign a paper for him to come home
Some wild shit.
and for them to stay in jail?
Like take this charge type shit so I could come home type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what's the significance of that, and for what? That don't even make sense, man. Logically, that don't even make sense logically.
And I try to make
But
sense of it.
it
I
what
try
it makes sense. It makes sense that why Cuff would be mad
yeah,
if you
it
can't.
make total sense on that end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yo, it gets deeper and deeper, man. I'm trying to find this Whack 100 joint, man. He was reading off what, uh, or some paperwork Cuffy supposedly sent him, and he was reading it off. But still, while he was reading it, I still couldn't catch the flow of it. The okay, now it makes sense
it
what
it,
Wack's
it
saying.
it's it's choppy. It sounds like more hate, more scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? Than facts.
And hey, I gotta just keep it 1,000. That's what it looked like from me here. Like you want to make me believe what you saying is real. I don't want nobody to make me believe it's real. I just want you to speak it fluently, and I can dissect it and be like, okay, that makes sense. But when you know you gotta break it down and like Wack was talking with what's his name, man? Not I told him. What's our other boy name to be? I told him all.
You said whack?
The other OG. Nah. Black was on the phone with him. Damn, man, my dude, man. That
He
be
from
I told
LA?
them all. From LA to Crip, the
Oh,
older dude,
oh,
always out
Melvin.
there, boss.
Melvin Farmer.
Melvin, my bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
excuse me, Mel. Don't be mad at me, man. I just got 50 days going through my head. I done interviewed him on my podcast and everything. But Wack, kept trying to catch him in trickery talk about that proper stuff. And he was trying to break it down to Wack, but Wack still wanted to over talk on proper. He was telling them when he did a proper in state, you don't have to say nothing, just check the box.
Yeah.
Wack was like, but still, when you're talking about somebody in the proper and you was down with it, he said, yeah, well, my boys went home. I checked the box and they go home. But I'm just saying it's like he want to make everybody be a rat. Like that's his content movement. That's his claim to fame of being uh, a content creator. he rolls off of trying to say somebody is a rat. And like I said, once again, the
That's
paper
how
that he was reading
he
off was Cuffy.
it's almost like what's that other dude name? The dude from Texas, Charleston White. It's almost like he wants to be a Charleston White a little bit to hit the algorithm for hate, or you know what I mean? At least Charleston White makes sense, honestly, sometimes.
Yeah, he speak with a lot of knowledge. Charleston White is very intelligent. But he's intelligent enough to be disrespectful and then know how to kill it up and come right back and the parts
Yeah.
of what he did or done, man. So that's the bottom line to that.
You still here?
Uh, yeah, yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah, it went. Uh-huh.
But the whole thing is, I haven't seen nothing concrete in my mind. Somebody could show me something different, then all right, cool. But I don't see nothing different. I don't like people trying to be in my mental to deter me from something that I don't see. And I was raised to, if you don't see no paperwork, you don't call nobody nothing disrespectful like that, man.
Yeah.
Ever. Especially a man that went and did time and now he home. I'm confused behind it. To the fact meaning, what make people think that they could do that now after people go and do their time? That's crazy to me.
They trying to capitalize off the hate so they could tell Cuffy stories so they could get money. That's all what this shit is about, man.
And they don't care nothing about Cuffy, man. After this old with Cuffy won't hear nothing from them no more. They won't give Cuffy 2 pennies.
You know how niggas like I told you, that happened to me. Niggas try to get you out the way with hate, and they think because they pump that hate, people is gonna listen to them. You only get a few motherfuckers with that shit. But real motherfuckers gonna see right through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of time, that word hate, it ain't even hate. It's selfishness. It's they doing it because they want to get some attention on them.
It's psychotic
They
to
really
me.
ain't. They really ain't hating. They really doing stuff selfishly. It's called selfishness. You want attention for yourself,
Yeah.
but it really turns out to be hate, for real, because there ain't no other way around it. But at the end of the day, they doing it for a reason, for themselves. They want attention. They want to look like they somebody popping if they ain't popping already. And if they is popping, they just want more attention. And this internet is money now. So you create confusion, havoc, get numbers up, you get a check. That's it. You throw your morals away, even though you can't even go outside. What I told them all saying. This internet got people messed up. You can't even come outside now. You gotta ride around regular cars with the tinted windows up because now you saying all this stuff and you be caught the wrong place, you gonna get that head smacked.
Mm-hmm.
For real, for real. So they
Mm-hmm.
throw their morals out of the window just for a YouTube check.
Mm-hmm.
So
In real life.
I don't know. You talk to Meech, what Meech talking?
That's what I was saying. You know, with the paperwork thing, with him sending them paperwork while he was locked up. You know what I'm saying?
And see, this is the most Meech spoke since he been home with aggression. You know what I'm saying? Because he
He
couldn't
got
talk.
he got tired of that shit. You know, he's sitting back. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, like I told you, niggas get tired of that shit. Niggas just thinking niggas is pussy or something. You get what I'm saying? And niggas just feel like they can just keep doing shit behind niggas' back, and niggas ain't supposed to say nothing to you. You know, after a while, that shit gonna go to your head like, yo, fuck you, fuck all y'all niggas. Know what I'm
But
saying?
niggas know that ain't nothing sweet about homie. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that he on paper ain't too much he can do right now. I might still be on him, so we're gonna play with him a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got
And
tired of that shit.
um, right. And you know, like I told him off to Boss Talk today. He was like, Boss Talk said, I think we should just don't be on the internet. He told just what I would have told him. You got to get out here and speak your piece. Because if you don't say nothing,
People
the
gonna
more
think
you
the lies is
talk,
the truth. Yeah,
that's a fact. And
yeah.
it tears your brand down. And nobody's going to let them tear their brand down. They're not going to keep letting nobody talk that type of talk. But ain't nobody, like he said when Meech did that joint over in Detroit, that podcast over there, he said, whenever anybody do anything, man, they have paperwork on it. Where's
Yeah,
the paperwork?
yeah, I'm here. I'm just making sure
Where's
this.
the paperwork?
Yeah, sure
And
don't.
and and you know, with the cuff situation, it's basically saying Meech tried to get a third party. So if it never even really went through, why would you speak about it?
But
So if you're speaking about it, it sounds like you is mad about something.
he's jealous. That's jealousy, man. You know what I'm saying? A nigga that could go so hard like that is jealous of that man. Know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like Meech,
Yeah,
Meech is a living legend. Hands down, he's a living legend.
right.
Word up. Niggas don't like that. Ain't shit you can say to take away that man status for who he is and what he done did. The best that ever did it. Real talk.
Rags to riches said pure jealousy.
Yeah, real talk.
And see, the more a person puts stuff out, when they got a big platform, the more people will believe it. That's why a person always got to speak out. And I'm, 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 I'm waiting to hear more.
I'm
I
glad he
need
did
to
it
know.
that way though.
Yeah, because it's like reading on paperwork sound good, but I told him off, read off something there about Cuffy. He said Cuffy was supposed to do a hit or something, allegedly, for Meech's brother or something. So he said, why would Meech try to tie him into something, knowing that this is the person that was supposed to be doing a hit or something? So pull him in, that might automatically
Implicate him.
set off another one.
That might have been that paperwork that dude was talking about.
But Marv was reading it. He read off Cuffy paperwork. If y'all ain't see it, go to Boss Talk. And Boss Talk was breaking it down. Well, I told them all when Boss Talk was breaking it down about how Cuffy was an informant to something. And I'm not saying allegedly because he was reading it off. I'm only speaking about what I told him was reading off. And um, American Lee said, so could Tammy, he said, could Tammy could clear all of this up?
How
If
can
it
she
was
if
something official,
she started this shit?
huh? Right. So my thing is, if uh if it was true, 50 said he was putting a documentary out with Tammy. He was like, and it was coming soon. Whatever happened to that? Why
You
that
can't
never
you
came
you
out?
you can't keep pushing a narrative of something without true actual facts and put it on hearsay, right? Hearsay can't hold up in court, right? You get what I'm saying? Like real niggas that been through shit know that hearsay can't hold up in court like that.
But according to him, Tammy is basically gonna say, yeah, it was happening. And that's why he was gonna do the documentary. But that never happened. The documentary with Tammy never came out. That got silenced fast.
Like how if you was a confidential informant, how can't you even that go against what you signed, right? Am I not am I mistaken? Like
Right,
you
because it's confidential, right?
so
Confidential
what you gonna go
informant.
you gonna go do a documentary on something that you signed that you was going and you got paid off of, you know what I mean? You got bread off of that shit and you supposed to now exploit the shit even more and make up shit and add shit to the shit and profit off of that?
No, but
Nah.
that would be a mega loss. That would be a humongous lawsuit, especially doing it on a platform and not being truthful and honest. Rags and Rich said, and what the F is third party cooperation anyway? Third party cooperation is when a person is locked up and their friend, homeboy, family member can help them get out of jail by um, by doing things as if they was outside of the jail. Meaning, if the person that's in jail is outside, they can do it themselves, but they can't. So they get somebody else to do it. All right. He would say, Tammy, call Cuff up, tell Cuff we got to connect, tell him that you didn't want me to know or be a part of it or talk over the phone so you came to see me. You went back to talk to him. That's what Cuffy trying to say. This is what third party is, y'all. She goes to Cuffy, tell him this stuff, but the police is already on standby already. But they don't lock up the connect. They actually saying that the connect was they saying that the connect no, they saying Tammy was talking to Cuffy, and while she's talking to Cuffy, the connect called. And when the connect called, no, Tammy was talking to the connect first, and then Cuffy called. And when they heard Cuffy calling, they said, "Skip the connect. We want to get the guy that they hearing on the phone." In my mind, why the feds would want a small time dude opposed to getting the real connect that got all of the work? This is what was said when it first started, when Cuffy started doing his interviews. They skipped over, they heard me on the phone talking to Tammy. When they started hearing me talking to Tammy, they said, oh no, we need to get him. This was where all the confusion is, where it's not making sense. Feds want big fish. They don't want, I don't care if Cuffy was doing 5 million, 10 million. You're still small time to a connect that can supply you with $5 to $10 million worth of work or
Absolutely.
drugs. Why would they skip over getting the drugs? And that's why they're saying you don't hear about the connect no more.
It,
Now the new thing surfacing that the connect was a nigga that was in jail, and we don't hear about the dude that was in jail no more. Whatever that Spanish dude name is, that's tied into the conversation as well. But that's how third party work. A person that you know outside, you can call them and ask them to set up something with somebody else. They set it up and it goes through correctly. The person that's in jail that you did it for will get time off. None of this never even happened. But she so-called started sexing
exactly.
the Fed dude. Why would the Fed dude want to sex somebody that they got a big fish on the line also? Why would they sex Tammy? Even though you got some men that just think with the Johnson, Feds are humans too. And I guess she's just that glorious and sexy that he don't care. He gonna compromise the case, but he gonna sneak him a little bit of that poo poo.
That part. Number one deadly sin.
knowing that. But nobody never said how they found out that the Fed was sexing her. That never came out. How they find out that she was sexing the Fed guy, and then they say, "Oh man, we got to drop the whole case against Cuffy because she was sexing the guy." How that happened? Where's that at in the paperwork? That should be in the paperwork too. Case got compromised, so Wack should be reading all of that off.
Right? He's not. Again, they trying to build something where Cuffy becomes credible enough to tell his story and cash out from it. This the type of shit that happens behind the scenes. Meech's story was
You got
credible
Jay
enough,
Boogie.
huh?
I'm listening, my bad.
Yeah. Meech's story was credible enough to sell the stars, and Fifth profited off our likeness, the BMF likeness, right? Once he got that bread, we wasn't credible enough no more. Let's go on to the next one, right? For whatever personal issues he had, right? And that's how this shit get played out. You know what I mean? You build like it's like building an artist. This artist could be the most nerdiest fucking nigga. They gonna dress him up and say he got shot 19 times and make him so credible that they could sell it to the public and cash out from him. Same type of shit. But the only difference is
Jay,
me shit was real.
Jay Boogie Severance said Meech did most of his time and had 3 years knocked off because of Amendment 821. Meech being a rat makes no sense. You gotta be goofy to think he snitched.
That's that act that was
And
put out.
Wack,
Yeah.
huh?
It was the Fear Act, something like that.
The Fair Act?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. It was in place. I forgot the name of it, but it's something fair something. I gotta look it up on my phone. You know what I'm saying?
He said plus Meech was the big fish. The feds don't let the big fish off their hook. Snitching ain't even an option for him. I mean, that
Okay.
kind of makes sense, but if a person is locked up and he a big fish, if you can get us a few people, it might could help. But people ain't dealing with you once you get locked up in jail. They're not. It's just because they don't want to be a part of it. They don't know what's going on. That's one thing. But what else would make sense about it is for him to get a connect that was giving him thousands or whatever, how many ever birds he was getting. That would make more sense
If
than
you
just
got
getting a person,
yeah, if you got
huh?
Chopper already, would you want his assistant?
Right, that wouldn't make sense. You want to get who El Chapo was getting it from, who was
Exactly.
growing it. And that's my whole point. Because getting one person that you were selling to,
That shit don't make any sense at all.
it don't. And that's just me adding it up. Ain't nobody convinced me yet that what I'm thinking. I've been around. I've seen it all. I've known too many dudes in and out of this Fed stuff. And Wack was trying to say, oh no, it wasn't Wack. It was one of the people that was on I guess on that clubhouse stuff. Was saying, yeah, you remember people were saying Big Meech said he coming home early and all that, and that's the reason why he might have been trying to set Cuffy up, knowing he was about to come home. There's no truth to none of that. There's still no truth to none of that at all. So that's my whole point, bro. It's like I'm not understanding what makes people think that they can say these type of things and not have all the correct paperwork. And then people be saying Whack 100 be lying, always call everybody a rat. And at this point, it's like, why would we believe Whack 100? when you are cool with a dude like,
My turn went out for a minute. I'm
and,
here.
and when people say Wack 100 don't be official,
Yeah.
but his paperwork style of what he preaching on his platform, and you also cool with a rat like 6ix9ine, like you cool with him. I get it. If a person admit to what they do and they admit that they was rat, all right, cool, so be it. But still, you still be cool with a person that is a well known, real, actual rat. So that's what I'm saying.
We got DC tapping in.
Yeah, King Mac, what up? Salute. So, like, why should I believe everything that Wack 100 is preaching about? That's my process.
Yeah. We got Baltimore in here too, huh?
I got so much going on over here, man. But yeah, man, and all that stuff is just too stupid now, man. And a lot of people is utilizing it to get money. Some people don't even care who they say it about now. They'll risk their lives just to get money and
Or
try, you disrespect.
that shit's sick. Think you froze on my side. Yeah, you froze on my side. Waiting on Boosie to come back in. What up, Ty? Yeah, it's been storms out here. That's why. We're gonna click out and come back in. We're gonna try to do that. Click out and click, come back in.
Yeah, you hear me? I lost sick. But yeah, bro, you hear me? We're gonna do this conversation again tomorrow because there's more questions I need to ask. We're gonna do it early. And I'm gonna hit you tomorrow because I want my audience to understand this putting out rumors on people that go and do time and do all that time and they come home and got me scrutinized. That ain't fair to nobody. Nobody showed me nothing that shows legitimacy, and that's that. So yeah, we gonna get together at the AM, alright? Alright, y'all know what it is, boy. Big Booty Street Lounge Podcast. Appreciate all y'all up here holding down with me. Had a little bleach for brothers, but we get ready to get all that corrected tomorrow. We have a big thunderstorm out here. So yeah, that's what my internet. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Wavy, I'll see you tomorrow. Salute.